Doesn't make you feel good. Doesn't make you feel good. Oh, it doesn't make you right. Ooh. Sometimes I wonder why I can't understand. My head keeps running like a river over Johnson. And I'm just thinking of these reasons you would do me wrong. I can't think of one, I guess we all got our opinions. And I'm just back here trying to be good, do right, trying to do things my life. You just love how to stride. Keep my eyes closed, my head down, pass straight, my mind clear, my energy things I'm silent on that right shit. Fuck that motion, don't leave me down. Only way out of here. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It doesn't make you right. Doesn't make you feel good. Hey Styles, what's up? Surfing USA. Going back to Greenland. Barely made it, huh? What kind of trap is this, anyways? Well, you know, and it's like one of those fishing hooks, too. You know how some have the little piton on it? It has a little piton on it that sticks out. Right, so once it goes in, it ain't coming out. Very easy anyways. I know, people always, I think innately, just blame the messenger. Should have never talked to you. Why'd you tell me that? Right, so unless... Right, you're not going to believe the stuff you don't want to believe, you know, that why'd you have to tell me that? You know, some can't deny it, because it makes things make sense. There's a lot of confusing stuff around these kind of cases, and when you have so many things that seem kind of loose and confusing, and then when you hear the facts, you go, oh, that kind of makes all the confusing stuff make sense. Yeah, well... Are we made from the same clothes? No. Can we rock at the same show? No. Can I at least get a hey bro? Maybe. I'm any better man, can't find a better man. You are a rookie, I am a veteran. I am the efferent. Stay on your medicine, your girlfriend is here, gotta let her in. shit about me, homie, I tell you something. You don't know nothing about me, you don't know nothing. You don't know shit about me, homie, I tell you something. You don't know nothing about me, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about me, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about me, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about me, you don't know nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. Yeah, I thought I was cool. But you don't know me at all. Don't you know me because you listen to the songs I'm singing? I close my eyes and just keep moving on. Yes, one moment. I don't know why these things aren't talked about more, and so many of us are pulling teeth. Literally, pulling teeth. What, those cases? So they're asking, we see all these cases. Some go to prison for a long time. Once in a great while they get the death penalty, which should be every time, right? Yeah, that might help their competency, huh? Their mental capacity. They might comprehend things a little bit better, won't they? Seems to work where I come from. I don't know where you were brought up. Or by whom? In what environment? Yeah, I mean, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I think the ones that are connected to the cartel families, who people seem to have a problem with, the psychos ignoring the concerns with vaccines and SSRIs and trying to promote them, yeah, it seems like we have an issue. It seems like a lot of them have some comprehension issues, and they definitely shouldn't be making decisions in our school departments. And then we're dealing with these young people who are murdering and killing their children because they didn't take their medications properly. Why? Why did they do that? Right, they're fucking psycho. They're the ones that need some help. I'm not saying that crazy people that kill their children are not to blame. I'm saying it's sick and disgusting. We have loops and groups of people throughout our state departments that take advantage of poor people who are brought up in those systems, who don't have a choice. Do they have a choice? Does a 7-year-old have a choice when the mom and the doctor decides to put them on dangerous hormones or ADHD medications to make them well behave? Huh? No, really. Well, maybe they're hyper because of all that sugar. Well, don't worry, JFK, he's handling the sugar and the dyes. Okay. Yeah, let's totally ignore what, though? Right, when you know the truth and you know what's happening, this is absolutely appalling. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Our children are being assassinated every day. Our children are being assassinated every day by these fucking punks and druggies being protected by traveling loops of groups trying to figure out who killed Kennedy and cover up their heroin past. Right, we got sick of that in 2004. We got sick of that in 2004. And when you know the history and you understand it, you should really shut your fucking mouth if you want to say we're making things up or lying. You should. I mean, you don't have to. You can. You have a right to your opinion. Right, but when you're in a certain position, like a judge or a state worker, someone who works for Child Protective Services, and it's your responsibility. Right, when you're acting like a child and you don't seem to comprehend reality, that's scary to us. Especially the over-medicated ones pushing the drugs on the children, trying to protect them from the dangerous non-vaxxers and marijuana smokers. This has gotten so ridiculous, actually. Yeah, you get a lot of those heroin junkies and people that have been targeting people who they feel are snitches or in the way. People that never conformed or went along with their drugs and bullshit. Yeah, we've been a thorn in their side for a long time. All over the place. There's a lot of me's, remember? Right, so I mean, you don't have to decide what you want to support or who you want to support. We're a dead mother, and we're speaking to you from the great beyond. Our children have been fucked and tortured for years, and these are some of the worst criminal networks in the world, connected to some of the biggest trafficking lines. And so when you have a lot of people just trying to protect their own and run around doing business deals, trying to act like they're helping people recover from their years of drug use, like they're trying to make it right. Are you serious? Do you think we're that fucking stupid? Other people might fall for that shit, but we see right through you, dude. So you want to act like you're going around helping people recover from their heroin addiction? It feels like it's the best thing you could do, right, considering a lot of you were paying so much money for your heroin. It's the least you can do is go help the areas that were helping traffic that stuff. Go help them heal and come off the drugs. Are you that fucking stupid? Are people that fucking stupid? Right, they're going around attacking and getting the snitches of people that never did that shit, that never went along with it, that got some of them busted years ago for trafficking heroin and coke. Right, you know, the potheads. Isn't that interesting? I know, so when they put up the fear propaganda for non-vaxxers and bullies, cartel people and dangerous marijuana smokers, Right, you don't even have to smoke marijuana. You don't have to smoke it. There's gummies, there's oils, there's tinctures. I like the lemonade. I like the lemonade. The mango one. Yeah, it's really good. I hope they keep making it. And if they stop just to spite me, someone else will make it. Oh, smitey smiter! And where are the dopey hands? Probably on a rack at Barnes and Noble's. Next to the cinnamon buns. I have no idea who's who. Johnny Mnemonic? I have no idea why. I said it? When? In a chat the other night? Johnny Mnemonic? I don't know. You must be thinking about somebody else. So just to give people an idea. Okay, so whatever is talking to me, it could be a bot. I don't know. It just mentioned a comment I made the other night in a chat. I did say that. I think I was naming off movies or something. Yeah, so whoever is talking to me right now just mentioned that movie. And that I mentioned it in a chat the other night. So it's smart enough to know that. So it could be a bot. It could be, right? But see, it seems to have sarcasm and a personality, and it's... I don't know. I mean, those things are getting pretty wise, aren't they? I'm gonna need something else to prove that you're an actual person. I'm sorry. Which ones have a street light? Go. Do you know that if you chew with, is it your mouth closed or open? You're getting... Doesn't it enhance the flavor? You chew with your mouth closed and let in a little bit of air through your mouth. Well, how about you? This is an opinion thing, so is there an actual answer? They There's a whole report on it. Hold on. Flavors often taste stronger with your mouth slightly open. I told you. But you want it closed. Chew with your mouth closed and then slightly open. It makes it stronger as opposed to the mouth being slightly open the whole time. Right? You shut it off for a little bit. It's almost like anything else. You know, you gotta give it a break. And then it'll be stronger. Flavors often taste stronger with your mouth slightly open because it helps release more aromatic compounds as you chew. And an open mouth lets volatile molecules travel up from your throat to the back of your nose, which boosts your senses of smell and intensifies overall flavor. Right, so if your airways aren't working properly, that can really mess up your taste, huh? Well, that's why people will plug their nose. Sometimes when being a kid, you plug your nose. Time to take the medicine. Don't gotta do that anymore, do you? It's amazing how far we've come. Your tongue only senses basic tastes like sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Hey, isn't that stuff? Oh, wait, that's umami. Umami. U-M-A-M-I. The sauce we get for the stir fry and stuff, the unami. It's not unami, but it's spelled different. This is U-M-A-M-I. What you call flavor relies heavily on retronasal olfaction. Olfaction. O-L-F-A-C-T-I-O-N. Olfaction. The role of smell. What you call flavor relies heavily on retronasal olfaction, smelling food from the inside while you chew and swallow. Opening your mouth or breathing out gently through your nose pushes those scent molecules toward your olfactory receptors. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Interesting. That's a fun one to learn about. So would that be science? Would that be in science class? Now, could we add in the simple breathing techniques with that? Because that helps with that, huh? Learning about the breath. Seems to be a big one that we're missing, too, in the public school systems. Right, to the point where we have adults teaching people how to breathe. Teaching grown adults how to remember your breath. Right, while you're in a traumatic situation. It's like you got it all wrong. No, when you're in the trauma and that's happening, you don't need someone there saying, okay, calm down, just remember your breath. Like, no, time to panic. I know, you can't have people panicking. You want people that are cool, calm, and controlled, right? How can we learn about these things before you're thrown out as an adult into these occupations? I mean, I don't know. Do you have the proper medication to handle it? What about you? Do you have the proper skills and training? Okay, you got your breath work and your gummy bears. What do you got? I mean, everybody, what is it that you rely on to get you through the day? What do you need? You gotta have what? I gotta have my pops. I just gotta have my pops. I don't like pop cereal either. You pop the Pringles? What do you pop? Well, you know what? Here's a thought to pot. It's gonna be the name of your next book. Oh, good. I'm glad I could inspire that. It wasn't me, though. You know. It just comes through me. Here's a thought to pot. What kind of book is it going to be? Is it going to be psychological or gardening? You know, I think a lot of people, I've talked with a lot of people within and out of different industries and businesses and occupations over the years. And so many, they want to bring that, you know, to everybody. They want everybody to experience life and feel the joy and the appreciation that they almost missed. And they realized how easily it could have been missed completely and they could be dead. I died that day. Did you hide or survive? Did you run just for fun? You just gotta come. Oh, look at little Jack Horner. He's stuck in his thumb, and he pulled out a plum, and he said, "Man, what a good boy am I."
And I'm just out here looking for some freedom. And we just searching for a place to be some heathens. And we don't even need to wait for the weekend. We can do this thing on a Tuesday, no reasons. And I just want you all to know that you are welcome. It's time to roll. So grab your bags, sit down.
Yeah, I don't know. We get into arguments with people all the time about those things. The other me's too. I don't really anymore. But there are other people who now are having the same fucking arguments and bullshit, getting pushed out the same doors, getting ignored by the same entities. Yep, it's sad. It's sad, but you know, it's different. I think the level of communication. Back in those days, these people that we're seeing that are coming forward, like, I couldn't believe what the hell just happened. They fucking pretty much pushed me out the room. They ran, you know, when we brought up certain topics. They start to see it, like, holy crap, and they're realizing that back in those days, we didn't have fucking body cameras and flies on the wall, but we did too. But they didn't have, right? It's all eyewitness with some things. It wasn't till the early 2000s people started with the GoPro stuff and the little hidden cameras. It was happening way before that, like back in the, like, you get into the Gestapo and Kremlin and all that. I mean, that's back in the 50s, yeah. You ever watch Get Smart? Is he wearing a wire? Right, so those little cameras, like cameras and stuff, they put on buttons and wear into rooms where people were delegating. That's been around for a long time. I'm talking about, like, just from my awareness, as far as people and police, state workers. I can remember some police got in trouble because they were like, I'm fucking wearing one of these GoPros. People are gonna see what the hell we're dealing with. Right, and there's so many times too, like when they did start like doing the cop shows and they had the camcorders, you only saw so much, right? And they had dash cameras. People are like, man, if you could only have other angles, if it was only continued, keep rolling. Oh man, you should have seen before and after that and what was happening over here about 3 inches to the left. Oh, the camera missed it. God damn it. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You wouldn't fucking believe me if I told you, so I'm not even gonna say it, and I'm gonna save myself from being considered crazy. I know what happens to those people. Ah! Get the fuck away from me. Yeah! You just start making noises like that, they usually leave you alone. Just every once in a while, let out a just act like you're hemorrhaging or getting a cramp all the time. Start doing karate moves. Okay, so that got played out too. Yeah, that stopped working. Dress like Superman. I know, well, it's interesting because it seems like there's like a whole group of people in those realms, like the Hollywood groups and media and yeah, a lot of those people. I think they only seen it in the movies, you know, they don't understand that, no, that's like based off of real folks, you know? And they like, yeah, we know, we've seen them, yeah, those... No, we're talking about, right, like the end of days people. The guy in the stand with the sign and the bell. You know, those people. Why were they picking on the deaf guy? What are these energetic connections you speak of? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So yeah, anyways, a lot of the people that say they're experiencing those same things, you know, getting pushed out of the rooms, people not wanting to talk about the important issues. Let's not beat around the bush, huh? I know, just you say something like that, sometimes you see a few might straighten up in their chair a little bit. Others are going to give you a dirty look and maybe that cocked head. You need a few more statements to straighten you up a little bit, or? Yeah, no, I think people coddling and babying people and not wanting to offend people or affect their business deals or piss off sponsors is what's fucked up. Yeah. And then they want to complain about stocks. Right, the ones that are doing all that fucking shit and costing people a lot of money and causing a lot of innocent suffering and death, want to pick on the ones in stocks? The fuck? Who the fuck cares? Are you kidding me? Can they play the horse races? Are they allowed to do that or no? Can they buy lotto tickets? What about that? I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? You nasty motherfuckers. Anybody? I will not stand for this. We're just rambling. Take it and go. Take it and go. You have a voice. You have a platform. We are dead mothers. Please, this is not a fucking feel sorry for me pity party conversation. We're trying to fucking wake you up and tell you the way it is. Have you not been here very long? Okay, so my name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. We moved here in 2006 when our home was burned down in a fire out in Whitefield, Maine. It was my childhood home. We grew up there. It was right after I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, and there was a lot of psychos in the Maine Parent Federation and healthcare workers and doctors and investigators. Right, because I mean, there was a lot of shit going on back then too, right? Right, and the stuff I was questioning, it's like, people are concerned with their own shit, right? I know some of the investigators were thinking that wasn't a accidental fire. It did get written up as rats chewing through the wires because they had nothing else really, and there was suspicion, but you can't put that on paper, can you? I mean, there was pretty solid suspicion, right? I mean, even I was like, yeah, fucking savages threw a fireball through the back window for sure. I wasn't even there. Mom had taken me to a doctor's appointment to see my Lyme doctor down in Kennebunkport because the doctors in Connecticut that she had brought me to that I didn't even want to go to, but I'm glad I did. Isn't that amazing how things work out? And they were upset they brought me. Why? Because the doctor, when they diagnosed me and woke me up to some things, no, it was interesting because I was already pretty awake, but they said a few things that really kicked it into gear. This was Dr. Bernard Raxlin in Connecticut. He had moved to New York after that, New York City. He's a pretty well-known doctor. He's written some books, Myopia and Lyme Disease, 2017, and he's been getting targeted since the late 90s. Them trying to sue him for different things. Just looking into that should wake you up a little bit. I'm not trying to give anybody credit or discredit anybody, but that's a big one you should look into. Yeah, 2017, the year we went to Canada, weren't they coming down on him again? Look it up. It's all documented. Don't listen to me. I'm throwing out like maybe this time frame. Yeah. Fact check me. I mean, you'd be dumb not to, right? If you didn't fact check me, then who would want to trust your opinion if you're just going to listen to something somebody's saying? And we appreciate people who are able to do that. When you have these psychos that ignore serious concerns and then take fucking sarcasm seriously and put that on paperwork, and that confuses other people in these systems that take pride in protecting others, and that pisses them off too, just so you know. And they've been watching and listening too, and they know the truth, and they're not going to tell you. In fact, they might be your friends, quotes. Yeah, we've been doing this a long time. You're not going to tell us shit. We're very aware. Yeah, and they will never tell you. Probably never. I don't know, we might be coming to a time where they feel safe enough to do that, because back in the day, you might as well just write yourself a death warrant. Yeah, you know what's sad is I don't think a lot of them get that, and they're taking that for granted and also taking advantage vulnerable. There's a lot of vulnerable people. And I'm not sure what excuses or justification they're using. It seems like a lot of people pass the buck. Yeah, accountability type thing. Well, they said, and their concerns were, and right. So that's why we explain some of these situations to help give people an understanding of that and how it happens all throughout these state departments and other people too, trying to shed some light on that. But people seem to just get pissed off and offended. Right, and then anyone trying to uncover those things, I mean, they get totally whitewashed by some of these people. They get the woke mob sent after them, right, Jordan Peterson? I know, and it's amazing, when it feels like it's a personal attack. And it can seem very dramatic. People can get really worked up. It's like, this has always been happening. Why are you upset now? Because it's happening to you. Right. I mean, that creates a different reaction. I'm pretty sure that dude had himself put in a coma, yeah. Why? I know, when you look at the connections with some of these patients and doctors, and you start looking at the history, where are the concerns? I know, just like the other stuff, the way it looks on paper sometimes to get you in the door, you're not going to come to help that thing. You don't want anything to do with any of that. In fact, it's off limits. No, there's other investigations. But yeah, for a lot of them, bypassing that stuff, getting the kids involved. Yeah, get the care and the non-vaxxer, the bully test their capabilities and sensitivities. Right, you're getting into the Havana syndrome stuff. So imagine what the sickos and psychos are doing at this level. Yeah, your professional level is just all fun and games and professional, right? You people need fucking help. For real. You sick, fucking, stupid, motherfucking pieces of shit. Not all, I'm telling, we're talking to a very small handful of people that's speckled throughout these systems. We've been through all of them, really. I mean, most people are good people, and it's like we see them everywhere. Speaking out, you can hear and see it. The concern in their faces, Right, it's like the person at the door that doesn't want you to know. They have someone hiding behind the door. Then they're trying to give you these looks. Cock their head a little bit. It's that way. It's over there. Shh. I know, like this look of fear. You don't even dare to move. You just kind of moving your eyes in the direction of the perpetrator. I know, that's what it seems like with a lot of those people that are talking in these positions. They don't want to say anything about what they know. And like the person behind the door, they want you to know, but they don't want them to know that they're telling, right? Do you get that? Because then they could get killed pretty quickly, right? It could set off a whole chain of events if they realize you just snitched out so-and-so behind the door because they're hiding and they said, shh, oh my gosh, you know, if they catch me, we're done. We're all done. And they're hiding behind the door. And you want to let the officers know they're behind the door. Because you're actually an undercover. Right, and you want to save the officer's life because you know. Right. I mean, this was back in the day, right before. Right, if they knew that there was live feed going to other places, they wouldn't get away with what they used to do. You understand that, right? Right, so you got the guy at the door, the guy behind the door, and the officer. Could be a woman. I think he's playing Roblox or Steam game. He likes Roblox and Steam games. Yeah, Discord's on there. How did he find out about those things? Did they just find him? I know. Well, certain ones. It seems like the ones that are fucking with the state workers. So it's not the state workers who suggested those platforms. It's other people that they seem to be very connected to. Getting the racist. Yeah, we got some around here that were doing that. This was back, 2008, 9, 10, 11. A lot of them coming up from the Bible Belt, as always. Just a little bit different sometimes, yeah. Yeah, it seems like the level of awareness and knowing what exists, it's changed people's behaviors and the way those interactions kind of happen. So we try to explain to people those things so it might help them shut their fucking mouths and wake the fuck up and then speak up about what's right and real. No, it's so scary to us. Yeah, so back in the day in those situations, right, even if the person standing at the door was doing as they should and not making any motions to let the cop know there was someone there, because it wasn't to protect a criminal. It was to protect themselves and the cop. Because if that cop hears a noise behind that door, and then they want to check it out, you're both dead. Or at least the cop is, for sure. Right, I mean, if you were to tell them, hey, there's someone behind the door. Yeah, they'd probably kill you and the cop in that case. Like, what the fuck? I was supposed to do that? Right, but if you do as you're told, right, and you didn't give any motions, and the person behind the door just accidentally moved, and they know, like, that's why they were heard, they're not going to kill you. But I mean, if they see you go, hey, he's behind the door, they're probably going to take you out and the cop, if they can. Right, and there's a whole crew. It's a domino effect. They'll hear about it, I want the prisoner's report. Oh, we can't do that. Is this prisoner privacy? What's going on? I want the prisoner's report. Statements. Thank God for listening devices. Right, I mean, it's good to know, right? This message will self-destruct. It's fading away. It's fading into the darkness, into the light. What a freight train. What a freight train. So do you understand that? Right, so now that there's cameras and the cop has a camera and they know there's live feed, the Ring cameras can easily be hacked into. I mean, you never know. The education about those things would probably help with a lot of that. It would probably prevent a lot of those runarounds. Right, so in these days, yeah, the person behind the door knowing that there's live feed. It changes things, doesn't it? No, cause you's a goddamn liar. You must have lost your goddamn mind. Cause you's a goddamn liar. You must have lost your goddamn mind.
And all of these troubles I've just been bumped to my gunlet. And I don't find problems with people, I just find love in my equals. Demons, they try slowing me down. These attempts of people, I got no reason for lying. I find no reason in treason. Fakers and followers, bitches leaking like beacons. And yes, I know what they doing. Yeah, I know what they trying. No, I don't waste my time because I know that they lying. No, cause you's a goddamn liar. You must have lost your goddamn mind.
Oh, it's pretty disturbing too. As you know, it's like they're waiting around for people to snap or pull something out of their pocket. Yeah, they don't get it, do they? Yeah, hopefully. We sure hope so.
Get a new Mahindra tractor with 0% financing for up to 96 months. This month only at Central Main Equipment and Motorsports. Plus, every new Mahindra includes a free 50-hour service, a $1,000 value.
Homes AI, the first home search you can actually talk to. All you have to do is ask. Only on Homes.com. Homes AI, the first home search you can actually talk to.
I know, that's why we try to explain that to people. Because, yeah, over the years, people coming up and down those trafficking lines, trafficking heroin, marijuana, people, right? We get the young punks every once in a while, sometimes older ones. Since we were kids, literally, since we were young kids, we come up from down south in those areas. Carpooling with people, usually for drugs, usually to get drugs. Or to try to, which is usually a setup, the ones they would get to actually make the trip. Right, I mean, there's usually other people in those cars that are doing other things, and they just get a handful of people to go along. Right, they usually have a couple vehicles and they make that trip. one white break down or whatever, you know. And have more people too. So we take the Greyhound. The Greyhound only goes so far south, right? Really cheap too. Yeah, I mean, I remember you go down to Boston for what, like $17 instead of driving yourself. Yeah, so the Greyhound goes. That's only. See, it's not too bad. It's 21 hours. I'll zoom out on the map. I like that overlay map like that when it's zoomed in a little more. That should be on every single classroom wall. Remember some of the teachers that used to make jokes about that when we were kids? We got fucking Einstein on every wall. Everyone gets an Einstein poster. Get to look at this fucking old dude with crazy hair every fucking day. And we can't get a map. We had some good ones, didn't we? You have no clue who I'm talking about. You know, just like on and offline. There were in and outers, you know. Oh my god. Oh dear lordy lord. You know, that's interesting. It seems like a lot of these classes that they've kind of brought together in some of these therapy, whatever, rehab groups. Yeah, there's certain classes and statuses, like tiers and subjects. So if you want to delve into arts and crafts or reading, history, yeah, there's different kind of class groups. So if you enter into, it's like a handful of subjects. So if you enter into one subject, it opens up a bunch of classes, 5 to 10 usually, depending on the class size, because some like to have 5 classes with 10 people each.
Definitely signing on to go back to school.
And then some like to have 10 classes with 5 people each.
You can do this. It doesn't matter what.
I think I said that right.
This is
I have no idea. You get what we mean though, right? Even if it was a little off, you get what we mean, right? Green tea with ashwagandha, some oat milk. That's it. But yeah, remember they used to come up too. See, when you look at the Greyhound, no, just come on. Anybody that investigates trafficking of any sort, really, can start to put the pieces together. So you have some people that, right, those are traveling lines for professional stuff too, throughout history. Booze, oh, those are all bootlegging lines. You know that, right? Why doesn't that get explained to people? This, again, was a joke as kids. Yeah, I remember, I was probably 13 about at this time. There was a specific experience we had where I just knew. I realized, you know what, they're just fucked. We're gonna need reinforcements. This is stupid. Because it was already far past fucking stupid. Right. By this time, I was wondering, why the hell am I getting X's on the calendar? Grounded from nothing. It's just marks to look at. I don't like it. It's like scars on the wall. It didn't really, nothing, what was I grounded from? Nothing. Nothing. I know. But it reminded me how crazy and fucked up they were. It was a reminder of that. Keep me on my toes, I could take it as a negative or a positive, I guess. Right, but I always found it astonishing that I would get X's on the calendar for swearing. So then, remember, instead of, because I remember them getting upset, right? Do you remember them getting upset about the drug trafficking and stuff? Who's them? Who was getting upset about the drug trafficking? Because some people appreciated it, right? It seemed more appreciated it than not, but that was just, my childhood perspective. They're probably not going to take you around the people that frown upon it. No, you're going around the people buying it and trafficking it, and they use you as like, oh, look, we're spending time with our kids and bringing them here and there. You got an ice cream along the way. You couldn't really complain, right? Ice cream and chicken nuggets. People are talking. Shh, they're talking.
Yearly Perfecto Quantum, 1 injection at your vet.
You get Duke, the big Mastiff dog, behind your head. I'm just gonna eat my chicken nugget. You want one, puppy? Here. What, Duke? Yeah, he was a big dog, huh? Sip, boo boo, sip. Good dog. Ruff. Yeah, but I always found that astonishing, huh? Why am I getting black marks for swearing? And then it turned into, when I started smoking marijuana. Well, see, I thought it was better than the alcohol. I tried both. And the alcohol was fucking horrible, right? Some say I might have had a chemical imbalance. And I was only, 13, so... I mean, I had a pretty bad drinking problem by the time I was 15, 16. I know people laugh about it. It wasn't, just a few drinks here or there, partying with friends. Yeah, it was just always around and easily accessible, or I'd just steal it. So I was always pretty